Hey y'all, it's your girl Hoppy TV Movie Bestie, and I watch good shit, and I just got done watching the premiere episode of season 3 of House of the Dragon. Now y'all, I am a long time Game of Thrones fan. I've been rocking with Game of Thrones since the very beginning, and I cannot wait for this show to come back. And I will say, this is what I want in my Game of Thrones. Now, I did watch the Seven Kingdoms, whatever that title was, it was really long. But I really didn't sign up for My Buddy and Me. It got good. I did enjoy it finally in the end. But for 6 episodes, I mean, where was the action? So this is how I need my Game of Thrones. This episode, y'all. Now, this is how you do a premiere episode. This is what I need from Game of Thrones. I loved it. Okay, also, as a disclaimer, y'all, there are a lot of characters on this show, and I do not know their names. I'm just gonna tell y'all that from the beginning. So when I get stuck on a name, or I'm like, the man with the whatever, I'm hoping that y'all are watching with me. Y'all like, we know who she's talking about, because these names, I can barely even pronounce them. The ones I do know. So just don't be mad at me if I don't know the people's names. Dragons got names, the kids, the kings, the queens. It's too many. That's my disclaimer. Let's get into this episode, because my God, today, this was an amazing episode. So we open up with Sheep Stealer, the dragon. He's eating. Rhaena, she approaches. She's like, be calm, be calm. You know, this is the rogue dragon. And she's rubbing him, and then she mounts him. She gets on him. She ready to fly. Now, it's a hell of a ride, but she makes it. She takes off on him. This bald-headed man, I don't know his name. A bald-headed black man, he's taken from his bed, and Aranon asks him where his brother is, the king. And he's just like, I don't know. And so Aranon, he tries to kill him. He gets ready to like cut his head off. And then he's stopped by a guard who comes in, and he says, Aranon and the cripple is also missing. So what's up? And that is what they said on the show, the cripple. I do not know his name, so there's no shade there. Those two, they in the carriage, and everything seemed to be going fine till they get stopped by Rhaenyra's guards. And so they have to get out, and they gotta bend the knee, acknowledge Rhaenyra as queen. And Aegon, he's like, I ain't doing it. He's like, I'm not doing that. The guy with him is like, yeah, the reason he won't do it is because he's the king. And so they like, wait, what now? So this becomes a whole thing. They take them off. Rhaenyra, she is hopeful about Alicent's proposal. And I think it's going to be good. Jace is like, are you crazy? We can't trust her. He's like, no, She tells her subjects, and she's like, no, I really think it's going to work. Alicent proposed that Aegon would surrender, and then I could take the throne. Alicent, she get back to her kingdom, and they like, hey, mom, want to see you. And she's like, what? Because he's supposed to be gone. So she goes up, and he's like, yeah, Aegon is gone. He done abdicated the throne. And he's like, where was you? And she said, oh, I was in the woods. She's like, you know, Aegon is gone. And Aemon says Aegon has left him no choice. He's now got to stay and protect the city. And I said, well, Alicent, there goes your plan. What you gonna do now, girl? Daemon, you know, he's out fighting. He finishes that up. Some guy approaches. He's got somebody's head. And Daemon and his crew, they ready to fight. Like, what's up? Well, this guy, he says, well, we came to die for the Dragon Queen. And Daemon says, all right, about time, because we got more lives to hunt. This guy, don't know his name, he tells the Lord Commander that a villager has ravaged this girl. We got to send a message to the villagers that that's not what we're here for. We are here to protect and not cause harm. He's just like, well, you saw it. Why don't you do something? He's like, you, the Lord Commander, they're going to listen to you because it's coming from you. One of the new dragon riders, Rhaenyra has recruited these bastards. They're out watching, and one of the guys says, he's talking about his upbringing, and he says how this man had told him that he had royal blood in him, and he believed it, and now he's like, I guess it really was true. So he's like, I can't wait till we get our castle. And another guy's like, castle? What make you think we get in the castle? And he's like, Rhaenyra said we are going to be knights. And he's like, yeah, knights get horses. They don't get castles. You got to do a lot more to get a castle. And he's like, you get respect. And he's like, I don't need respect. I got a dragon. And I'm like, he does have a fair point there. Sheep stealer, he drops Rhaena off. And then he take off. He just leave her. And I said, oh, Lord. Rhaena, where are you? Allison, she asked that lady that's with her. She's the wife of one of Allison's sons. So Allison asked her if she knew that Aegon, maybe that's Aegon's wife. She asked her if she knew Aegon had, up and left. And she's like, I was hoping Aemon would be the one to lead. Allison, she sends Lord Oman this letter. She said, take this to him quickly. These are directions straight from the king. But now, of course, we know they from her. Rhaenyra, she has sent word they need to go to King's Landing. And they're going to take their port and force surrender of Aegon and Aemon. Corlys, he's telling Alan about this. So him and Alan have this weird relationship. And Corlys is like, look, I know I can't fix the past, but I did love your mama. And while I wasn't really there, I did try to provide a life for you. And so Alan's like, yeah, you try to provide a life, but you didn't give us a name, because the name really carries the weight. Corlys is like, look, I'm sorry. So can we mend these fences and move on? So Sheep Stealer, he come back. Turns out he didn't leave Rhaena. He went and got her some food. He bring a little bird in and he set it on fire and kill it for her. And she got a little barbecued bird. So she get to eating that. Aemon's letter says to stay put. The letter that Allison sent says to stay put and that he'll join them in 3 days' time. So Allison, she goes to Aemon and she's like, I spent so much time trying to put Aegon on the throne, but I didn't prepare him how to rule. You should go to Harrenhal because it's not safe for you to be in King's Landing. Rhaenyra, she's going to come and, she got these new dragons, she got these new riders, and she going to come for you. But if you go to Harrenhal, you'll be unassailable. I know you're trying to be courageous, but I don't want to lose you like I lost Aegon. So please listen to what I'm saying and go to Harrenhal. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to have a feast in your honor. And I'm going to put my uncle's head on a pike looking down on us. So she's like, okay, great. But one of the dragon riders, he's getting weary of being out there waiting around for whatever. This other guy says, look, you need to chill because we got a task to do. Rhaenyra told us to be out here. She said, just wait. She didn't say do anything else, and we got to listen to her. The witch, she comes, and she's like, you know what? Y'all right. Y'all missing all the action. She said, it's a battle going on, and the queen needs y'all. So that one that was like, yeah, I'm getting sick of being out here. He said, you know what? Good luck to y'all. I'm getting out of here. So he leaves. They tell Rhaenyra that a fleet of ships is coming. And so she's like, oh, get my battle gear. I got to go out here. So Jace is like, mama, no, you don't need to go. What if you die? And she's like, well, then you'll finally get to be king. He goes outside and he tells the guards to bar the door. Don't let her leave. Regardless of what she says, do not let the queen leave. He goes to Lady, I forgot her name, but one of them blonde head girls. They done already killed my brother. I'm not going to let them kill my mama too. I'm about to go into war. This is what we've been training for. This is what we've been riding dragons for. My mama got to stay here. So Rhaenyra, she get her stuff together, ready to go. And then she's like, what the hell? I can't get the door open. Open up the door. And the guard is like, nah, Jay said not to let you out. And she's like, what? I know you ain't listening to my son. And he's like, he's doing it for your own good. I can't let you out. So she's just like, damn it. In the water, y'all, this battle, what? So ships burning left and right. They shooting arrows. Aloha, She's out there running one of these opposing ships, and she wants revenge for what Sea Snake has done to her. So they think she here fighting for the king, and she's like, nah, I'm here for me. I'm here for revenge. So Rhaenyra, meanwhile, she disappointed in Chase. She's just like, I cannot believe he done locked me up in this castle, and it's a war going on outside. Her Queen's Guard is like, look, he's just doing it for your own protection. You know, he's just worried about you. And she said something that I was like, this is so true. I may appear to have a weak and feeble body of a woman, but I possess the heart of a king. And I was like, this is so true, because I'm just sick of Rhaenyra not winning. How much more this girl got to lose? And I'm so sick of them, because she know what her daddy told her. He is supposed to be queen, but it's because she's a woman. I said, if she were a man, she would be held as some great threat. They would be bending the knee with no hesitation. Because she's a woman, they like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. She lying. I cannot wait for her to mop the floor with they dusty asses. Not this episode, but Rhaenyra got to win. She's got to win, because I'm just so sick of everybody being up on her neck, thinking she for play. Girl, The dragon's coming. Okay, we back in the water. It is a battle going on. So the dragons, they start flying and coming around. So Loha, she shoot one of them down. She got another one wrangled, but here comes a third one, and he's trying to help. So she's trying to wrangle them, like get these ropes around them so that they go down in the water, because I guess dragons can't swim. So I don't know. The dragons are kind of struggling a little bit here. Sheep Stealer, he and Rhaena, they make it home just as this battle is going on in the water. So they get home, and Sheep Stealer is like, what? War? He's like, oh, okay, it's time to fight. So he just starts spitting out fire everywhere. And I said, Sheep Stealer, wait a minute. You don't even know what's happening here. And Rhaena's like, they're not the enemy, because he's just shooting fire everywhere. It's not towards Loha and her people. He just everywhere. Good people, bad. Oh, it's a mess. Poor Rhaena. I said Rhaena was fighting for her life on that dragon. Because she was like, oh, babe, listen to me. No, don't do that. Stop. Evade. Sheep Stealer, he wasn't listening to nothing. I'm like, girl, this dragon been out here in a while. He has not been raised in them little caves where, you know, y'all go up to him and touch him on the nose and all of this, get to know. No, this dragon been out here doing whatever he want to do, and now he's like, oh, it's a war. Yeah, I know how to fight. So poor thing. Loha, she riding the tide, because Corlys and his crew, they was like, okay, we just gonna go through the tide, and then she'll get caught up. She won't be able to make it. Loha was like, bet, we going. So she rides through the tide. She gains on Corlys and his people. She's like, I'm coming for sea smoke. So she slams right into their ship, because they were like, is she gonna stop it? No, she's not gonna stop. So she's like, take their ship. And so all the people jump off. They start fighting. Corlys is fighting, and Lord Corlys go overboard. I said, wait a minute. So Alan see him. He go try to rescue him. Then the ship splits in half. I said, y'all, what is happening? Alan, he looking for Corlys. He can't find him, but he see Loha, and he's like, bet, let me get her. So he started fighting her. He takes her out, kills her. Thank God, because Loha was about to be a whole problem for these people. But meanwhile, the dragons just going wild. I mean, they fighting. They just out of control. Child, Vermax. So that's Chase's dragon. He gets taken down. He gets caught up in one of these wrangle things. And so he's in the water, and he trying, and Jace is like, fly, get out. Vermax just, So poor Chase, he has to go down and unhook himself, because he's just like, he ain't gonna make it. And then we both gonna go down. So poor Vermax drowns. I said, oh my gosh, when he saw his little head, just fall. I was like, Chase, he makes it out. He swims to the surface, and you're like, whew, thank God. Okay, well, at least he made it. And I'm saying, hopefully one of these dragons will fly back, scoop him up. Y'all. Here they go. Pew, pew, pew. Pew. Shoot him 3 arrows and kills Jace. I was like, what? The first episode? A dragon and Jace? Y'all. I was sick. And they did not have to do him like, I said, why they had to shoot him so many times? They got him. Oh, Lord. 1 dragon remains and he flies off. And I think that was sheep still. Y'all, that shit was crazy. This first episode, a battle on the seas with dragons. Y'all, George R.R., well done, sir. Well done. Because the way I was hooping and hollering and screaming at the TV, y'all, I loved it. Hell of an opening. Excellent first episode. I cannot wait for this season. I wish Sunday was every day so we could just watch all the episodes. I loved it. I don't have the words. I was so excited. I'm glad it's back. What did y'all think of this episode? Let me know what your favorite moment was. Did y'all get sad when Varamax and Jace is gone? I'm like, the first episode, we ain't even... Yikes. And I said, Rainier, again, here she go, losing somebody else. How much more? Please, let the girl win. And Allison, y'all... I feel like they're gonna kill Allison because when they find out that she done tried to set all this up, you know, her children are wild. Her children are crazy. They don't give no fuck. I'm sure they will take her out with pleasure. And Damon, what's gonna happen when Damon get back and find out what's been going on? Y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. But let me know what y'all thought of this first episode in the comments below. I'm your TV Movie Bestie. I'm on all the socials. Like, subscribe, and follow. And I will see y'all on the next show, on the next episode. Bye, besties.